campaign for what they voted for. You lost your job. Oh no, who'd you vote for? You're losing your business. Thoughts and tariffs. Your kid got measles. Oh no, so sad. Bet you're sure trusting them doctors at the hospital now. Oh, your 401k's down. Sorry. Stop eating avocado toast. Oh, you got E. coli. I hope you bought enough toilet paper. Can't afford food and groceries anymore. Well, I guess you're gonna have to go hungry. Oh, the bank ripped you off. Stuff it. You're losing your health care? Oh no, it's okay. You don't believe in doctors anyway. Your house got destroyed in a tornado or a hurricane because of the climate crisis, and now you can't claim FEMA? Oh no, maybe you should call your senator. Your friend.
So all of the pro-Trump farmers are now losing their farms. They don't have any income coming in. They're begging the president to save the farm as if they didn't prioritize white supremacy over their economic status. Time and time again, history shows us that white people rather be superior to minorities, but poor. Once America was industrialized, slavery was not economically beneficial for America, for the South. The South was very behind compared to the North. These people were content with being poor as long as they could be superior than black people, as long as they could be racist. And now we see the same thing happening today. You people voted for racism, and now you're broke.
So I have a quick question, and this is for the white people that are. Why are y'all racist against black people? I really want to know. Like, what is it? What makes y'all hate black people so bad?
Republicans be like, oh, so you hate America? Yes. Yes, bro. I hate police brutality. I hate mass incarceration. I hate racism. I hate school shootings. I hate the way that we are living in the largest wealth gap in American history. I hate the capitalistic, the individualistic, the narcissistic culture. I hate the culture wars, the gender wars. I hate the way that people can't provide for their families. I hate the way that meaning has been stripped from American culture and put behind a paywall. Yes, bro, I hate the way that this country is. Yes, that is you guys' fucking problem. You don't hate this shit enough. You don't hate it enough, which means you don't stand for anything. I hate the way that Americans have no conviction. All you got are memes and jokes online. Americans ain't gonna die for shit. The only people dying for shit in America are the children. I hate that. Yes, I hate America. I hate this narcissist. America first for what? We're a disgusting group of human beings on planet. We're the most disgusting group of human beings on planet Earth. We're hypocrites. We'll say free Gaza out of one side of our mouth while funding Israel out the other side of our mouth. Yes, I hate this place. Yes. And I seek to change it 100%.
Why is no one talking about how serious the cost of living actually is? So we pay like a really cheap amount of rent compared to like all the other rent I see. And we're a family of 6. We pay $9.50 rent. That's cheap. We're in Missouri. It's like not some nice new place or anything. It was actually built in 1890. My husband is working 3 jobs right now. We buy absolutely nothing that we don't need. And we actually go without a lot of things that we actually do need. I feel like if you're able to do anything that's not just surviving, then you got it good. I feel so sad that I didn't appreciate the times where we were able to actually have fun at this point. So much has changed in the past few years. Like, what? I just really, really want to know. How is everyone surviving? Is everyone working like 24/7? Because that's what my husband does. And I'm just home with my little kids all the time. It's kind of like depressing that we're never together as a family. So I don't know. I hope one day we can be, but it sucks.
Hello, brothers and sisters. How are you doing? I'm hoping that you are doing great from wherever you're watching me from. As you know, I'm your host and presenter, Ejidok Stories. There's something that I want to talk about, something that I really, really found it so imperative for us to, talk about it. When you get to look at white people right now, they're currently learning the hard way. And they're learning that their hate for blacks, quote unquote racism, is costing them economically. And that really shows you how racism itself is expensive, and these people are getting to learn this in a broad daylight. Now, today, these people are learning a big part of history. They're learning that indeed the elites played all of us. They're learning that they used racism to keep white folks poor, to keep poor white folks be where they are. Some of you are asking yourself, why do poor white folks keep on voting against their own will? Because they are allowing themselves to go angry. They are allowing themselves to have no food to put on the table. But at the end of the day, to hate a black person, it is because they were indoctrinated that they'll gain something, right? Their image of whiteness and the greatness of whiteness makes them be illogical. If today you are presented to stay hungry and let your name be big, or let your name be big and not have food, which one would you choose? Honestly, for me, I'd choose my life. I'd choose food, because at the end of the day, we are just human beings. So somebody might say that my thinking is superficial, but trust me, that's what is making white folks be where they are today. And that's what is making the United States be where it is today. You see, when you get to look at the Bacchus Rebellion, the Bacchus Rebellion is back in the days, I don't know, early 19, I don't know if it's 1860s, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe if I counter check that. The Bacchus Rebellion, when black people, poor white people and black people were together, the elite saw them that they were so much powerful. And then they asked themselves one question: what can we do to make these people divided so that we can push our policies? Let's create whiteness. Let's create whiteness and make it look like it's superior. And that's what they did. So once they did that, they started giving white people privileges. But right now, we are seeing those privileges being taken away. Now, this is what it means for you. As a white person who is watching this video, it is because of your greed. It is because of the utopia that they explain to you, that they'll give you. It's what's making you, sorry. It's what's making you be where you are right now. It's what's making you go through what you're going through right now. It's what's making you suffer. So brothers and sisters, I want us to watch this video, and then I'll be back. I'll be sharing my thoughts. And if you're watching me for the first time, I'm asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join our membership, and really get to work on for you. As you know, I'm your host and pray Zenta Generic Stories. But until then, let's watch the video. I'll be back.
I've noticed people don't like to talk about money nowadays, or even back in the day, it's a very taboo topic to talk about. But I think we need to start normalizing talking about it, and especially now with everything being so expensive. I'm going to break down the bills that I have. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my adult life right now. And this is the first time that I've had to budget. And you can say you're spoiled, whatever. I've just done well, and my husband does well. We don't live in a grandiose house. We live in a nice house. Yes. We live in a very nice city. Yes. But let's break down some of the bills. Let's just be completely transparent. So, first bill is the mortgage. My mortgage is almost $3,300 a month. The second bill, my biggest bill, is my daughter's school. That's almost $24,000 a year. The third biggest bill would be my utility bill. Apparently, we had a toilet running, and so last month, our water bill, I think I made a video about it, was $514. So I had to pay that. They wouldn't do anything about it. They said the water had to go somewhere. We had somebody come out and check for any type of leak. There was no leak. We were forced to pay that on top of the regular water bill, which is usually $90 a month. Then you have your electricity bill, and that's usually around $130 a month. Then you have car payments. My husband's car is paid off, and my car now, my new one that I got, is about $300 a month, which is not a lot. I know. But then you have insurance. Our insurance is about $300 every single month. And what else? Extracurricular activities for my daughter, a couple $100s a month. Our grocery bill, we don't do like large hauls. We go like every couple days and get stuff, and I never had to budget it. We would just always go and buy it. And I broke it down this month, and we spend about $800 a month on groceries because we don't eat out and we make everything at home. And then we obviously have my housekeeper every week. That's $150 a month. So that's what, $600 a month. And then my dog gets groomed every 6 weeks. That's another $100. And that's not even including any of the extra things like shopping, whatever. And I don't even buy clothes full price. I thrift most things. And I don't get my nails done. I don't get my hair done. I don't do spray tan. I don't do lashes. Yes, I do Botox. That's it. I don't buy makeup. All my makeup is sent to me for free. Yes. And I don't know how families are dealing with the cost of living. It is scary. And like I said, my husband and I do well. I'm not going to go into exactly how much we make because I think that's a little bit too much. But those are our bills. And this is the first month that, we are going to be like paycheck to paycheck. And I've never been like that my entire life. And I'm worried. I'm legitimately worried. Usually everything just gets automatically taken out of our account on automatic payment. This time, I'm like looking at my account and it's going to be close by the end of the month. And then credit cards, I put everything on credit cards, but I always pay them off in full at the end of the month. I will not pay a dime of interest. But this month, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Depends on how big my commission check's going to be. And I never had to live like this before. I don't get it. My husband and I are both making more money than we've ever made. Why? I don't know how. It freaks me out to think about how other families live. Like, should I just move? Should we move to like West Virginia and just get like a nice big house and all our expenses would be like lowered? Oh, property tax, $12,000 a year. You guys, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And I'm nervous this month.
Hi, fun fact, poor people are real. They're not just like a fable or a myth that people tell you about so that you like stay at your job because you're scared of becoming them. Poor people are real. They're real. And I am one of them, and my whole family is poor. And it's so confusing to me that people think that like it's poor people's fault that they're poor. What poor life decisions do you think that like I have made? I'm really interested. Because I like went to college, I have a bachelor's degree, I worked all throughout college, so I have very little loans, I've worked for my entire life. Despite how hard I have worked, I can't find a job right now. I am not kidding you. I have applied, everybody's like, oh, you just don't want to do fast food. I have applied to fast food, okay? I have applied to everything. I am telling you, I tried to do DoorDash. They're not taking new Dashers right now. Neither is Grubhub, Uber Eats, Instacart, Shipt. It is not my fault that I am poor. The year that I made $30,000, I was working the highest paying jobs in my area, which were mental health jobs. Literally the highest paying jobs I could get. I was not concerned about what the job was, just the money, and that's how much I made. Like, there is nothing wrong with my life choices. If anything, I would say, like, when you think about, like, oh, you should have done this so you weren't poor, I have done all of those things. Genuinely, like, for the most part, it is not poor people's fault that they're poor. If you have any advice for me that I have not already done, things I haven't already done, go ahead. But, like, I cannot think of any poor decisions in my life that I have made that made me poor, or, like, poor decisions that my family made that made them poor.
Y'all, MAGA is cracking. And I think it's because people are bullying them back. They're being told you can't celebrate Cinco de Mayo, not even a margarita. You cannot go to Mexico. You are uninvited permanently. They're being told that their makeup is ugly in every video because it's like they're trying to complain for what they voted for. You lost your job. Oh no, who'd you vote for? You're losing your business. Thoughts and tariffs. Your kid got measles. Oh no, so sad. Bet you're sure trusting them doctors at the hospital now. Oh, your 401k's down. Sorry. Stop eating avocado toast. Oh, you got E. coli? I hope you bought enough toilet paper. Can't afford food and groceries anymore. Well, I guess you're gonna have to go hungry. Oh, the bank ripped you off. Stuff it. You're losing your health care? Oh no, it's okay. You don't believe in doctors anyway. Your house got destroyed in a tornado or a hurricane because of the climate crisis, and now you can't claim FEMA? Oh no. Maybe you should call your senator. Your friends no longer like you or invite you places. I guess you're just gonna have to find new friends. You can't get a student loan because FAFSA is down. I guess you're gonna just have to skip college. Your coworker got disappeared by ICE. I guess they were real people after all and not all criminals. You can't pay the mortgage on your Airbnb because there's no tourism now. Oh, that's just so sad. Your kids don't talk to you anymore because you voted against their interest. Boundaries hurt, I guess. You didn't get your Christmas bonus because the company had to stock up ahead of tariffs. Guys, maybe you should have thought about these things 6 months ago when the man told you exactly what he was going to do. What he was running on was tariffs and hatred. Think an apology is going to fix anything at this point? No. You can take down your MAGA flag. You can tell people you regret your vote because somehow you're personally affected now. The reality is we know as soon as he's gone, because he will be gone in the next several months because he's got late stage dementia. It's so obviously painfully clear. You're going to vote for the next dumb liar to take his place. So we don't want to hear you complaining. Thoughts and tariffs to you.
I just gotta know, like how y'all doing? How are y'all surviving? It's getting rough out here. I'm just looking at my utility bills for the month. $412 electric bill. Almost $250 gas bill. That one was actually cheaper than it had been. My water bill's on the way. It'll at least be $300 to $350. House payment, car insurance, cell phones, Wi-Fi. The price of food. Just went grocery shopping, $550 for hopefully 2 weeks, but it never lasts 2 weeks. I'll be back at the store multiple times for snacks for the kids' lunches, fruit, milk. And then let's not talk about when you need the other stuff like toilet paper, paper towels, body wash, shampoo, $150 by the time you get all that. Cleaning supplies. Your girl needs socks. Like, it's like not funny, but like laugh or what else can we do? Like, something has got to change. This is BS, man. I'm scared to death for when my kids are grown-ups. Like, it is struggling out here.
The thing that's really getting to me about all these farmers asking for a bailout right now is that they don't believe in student loan forgiveness because they think that's a personal issue and that's a matter of personal responsibility and they don't want to pay for somebody else's financial decisions. And if you don't understand just how ridiculous that is, let me break it down for you. In the 1980s, Ronald Reagan decided to gut the Department of Education and deregulate absolutely everything. And since then, we have seen the cost of a 4-year college degree go up by 400%. At the same time, pretty much every job is requiring you to have a college degree, and that is due, in part, to the fact that a lot of these colleges and universities are acting as investment banks into these major corporations, and so these companies are getting back-end investments from the very colleges and universities they're requiring their employees to go to. And instead of dealing with absolutely any of that, we've just been encouraging 17-year-olds to sign on the dotted line for some of the most predatory loans available in this country, and we say, oh, don't worry about it. You'll be able to get a job that pays you well enough to pay back these loans. It's no big deal. But because of the sheer stupidity of the Republican Party and Reaganomics, wages have completely stagnated. 60 to 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. The Republican Party, since the end of the Cold War, has only created 1 million jobs. We have now reached a point where there are more people looking for a job than there are jobs available. And so when all of our doctors and nurses and pharmacists and lawyers and teachers and social workers and engineers and architects and software developers all say, hey, I feel like you lied to me. I feel like You told me that I would be able to pay back these loans. These loans are really predatory. I feel like you told me that my wages would be higher. They're not. Can I get some sort of assistance? Can I get like some interest-free loans or something like that? We all get told, fuck you. Fuck you. We can't pay for student loan forgiveness. That's a you problem. Oh, by the way, we also need to bail out the farmers. Why do we need to bail out the farmers? Oh, yeah, because they individually decided to walk into a polling booth and vote to take away their own contracts with USAID. They, knowingly and willingly, walked into a polling booth and voted for a man that had bankrupted them before. So we need to deal with that problem first. Yours is actually just a matter of personal responsibility, though, so you take care of that on.
Some white folks are asking fellow white folks, how are you all surviving this economy? Yeah, most definitely. That's a question that they are asking. They are surviving this economy because black people didn't have structures that was put to help them. Black people didn't have an upper hand, as you had. That black people had to survive on their own. Black people had to figure it out on their own. This is not the same with you because they lied to you. Poor white people were lied to because the rich keeps on getting rich while the poor keeps on getting poor. The top 1% of the United States are the elite group. They're the groups who owns and controls all factors of production in the United States and even in the world. That tells you a lot of things. That tells you that at the end of the day, you were played. White people were played. And they were played big time. They were played big time. Mr. Donald Trump played white people. And he know the spot where he will use that against them. And he used it perfectly. He used racism. He used white insecurity. I usually don't call it white supremacy because there's nothing supreme about white people. He used white insecurity. And the insecurity that he used was to let white people know that if they don't embrace whiteness, they'll one day gonna lose it to black people. And it's like black people are trying to compete with them, and that's not the truth. Black people have never wanted to compete with them at any point. Right? And so them learning that they were the most played people in all this scenario really makes them sad. But at the end of the day, they are thinking, they are starting to see, they're starting to learn that indeed black people are right at the end of the day. Black people are right at all this when black people warn them about all these things that were going to happen to them. And economically, the cost of living is really crushing them. They're not crushing it. I could say that for black folks, honestly, but not for white people. Because the structures that held them, the strong covalent structures that they had by themselves that hold them, it's now weaker. It's now weaker, and now they need support system. And the only place that they can look from black people. Because indeed, black people are truth tellers. Black people have always tried to warn you about all this. Black people called you and told you that let's unite. But you didn't see that. Black people warned you about Mr. Donald Trump. Black people warned you about what he's going to be doing in this economy. Because they all saw it. And they all understood how all these things work. But at the end of the day, you didn't listen. You didn't listen because there was something at stake for you to gain. You didn't listen because probably a black person is just talking. It's just a black person in the United States. They have no say about all these things that are happening. A black person is just a black person. So that's how these groups of people operated. And that's how they wanted black people to be. They wanted black people to ever be down. But again, they promised white folks utopia. And they promised white folks utopia. That is never happening. And right now, white people are having a sudden awakening. They're having a rude awakening that all those things that they were promised somehow will never happen, or somehow will never come to happen. And when the reality hits, black people are already making movements because black people relied on themselves. They didn't rely on the system to prevent them as compared to how it prevented white people. All the privilege that was there for white people, it's now starting to fade away. And guess what? They are still in disbelief. They are still in disbelief that this is happening to them. They are still in disbelief that all that they had is just disappearing, it's just vanishing in their hands. And what just turns out is that they can never get it back. They are not getting it back because the moment the system was protecting them, the system was making them weaker. While the system was making black folks stronger. And how? It's a juxtaposition. And understand that while it was making black people weaker, black people stronger, it was making white people weaker because it made white people depend on the system that cannot sustain what it was promising to them. While on the other side, it taught black people that you are on your own. Ain't nobody's coming to save you. And that's what they learned, right? And they did all necessary things that they can. Black people had to take 3 or 4 jobs. Black people had to find alternative ways to survive. Black people had to go back to the community and build their own communities because the system was not for them. But now, white folks are coming out and confessing that they didn't expect this to happen to them. While it's true and it's real, they didn't expect this to happen to them. But guess what? This is something which is happening, and everyone is getting to see this happen in real time, taking place in real time. And funny thing is that they are coming out, all of them, and they are complaining about this, and they are talking about this. And so I just hope that it makes sense to you. I hope it makes sense to you that black people were right all along. Black people were right all along that one day this racism is going to cost you. And you just don't even know how many times the United States loses a lot of money because of racism. So many. Because they can sabotage something because it benefits black people. Yeah, they can sabotage it because it benefits black people. See how racism is expensive. The Obamacare, you made it go because of your racism. So it's crazy out here. So please let me know what you think about this video. I'm your host and presenter, Joke Stories. But until then, let me see you on my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.